welcome back to another episode of Zaria Off Script. I'm your host Zaria, and tonight, we're keeping it off script. I am recording really late, and it's been quite a doozy, but we move. So tonight, we want to just keep it cozy. It's also cold as freak in this apartment, and I refuse to keep tampering with my thermostat because I don't need my bill doing one of these. Okay, the AI data centers are already adding to my bill. I don't need to contribute anymore. So we're just going to have the blankets and the pillows on standby. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode. Really happy to have you guys back. And, today I kind of just want to chat about some serious nonsense. But before we get into it, I just want to have my little precursor. No quote for today because I wasn't feeling very positive. I guess no quote for the week, I should say, because positivity hasn't been raining on me over the last week most like more specifically, but I do want to just kind of, on some relating shit, just like let you guys know, it's been really tough. I've had um, you know, just a mental battle over the I keep saying my brain isn't working the way that I need it to, but we're gonna do this, okay? So please forgive me for the my week has been really tough. I reached into a little bit of a dark place, and I want to relate it to a show that I've been watching, Big Mouth on Netflix. It's one of my hyperfixation shows. And so one of the characters, her name is Jessie. She has a depression kitty because she's been experiencing depression, and this depression kitty is just thick and sultry and purple and sexy, and that's the danger because it's almost enticing the way that she kind of sneaks you into a dark place, and it just like feels like a warm blanket around you that you just like fall into it. Hey, so she came to visit me this week, and it's been a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. And so I had to really dig deep into my gratitude reserve to remind myself of, all right, don't fall so deep, and don't fall victim to it, because you'll forget about all of the good that's happening around you and lose sight of how far you've come and where you're going. So I did reach out to my friend. Actually, I didn't reach out in that moment. It was the one particular day that I said, I'm going to give myself a day to really feel the sadness that I'm feeling right now. That it did take a turn. I'm not going to lie. It did take a turn for me. And so literally later that night, I saw my friends because we had a weekend together, and I told them just on some drunk shit, like, guys, like, just so y'all know, like, y'all literally saved me this weekend because I was going through it. And da, 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 da. Girl, calm down. But it's true. Like, I really was going through it. And I feel like God kind of placed this situation and the circumstances the way that they happened for me to almost remember, like, you're such a small little blip in the grand scheme of things, that whatever issues and whatever problems you're having, sure, they are relevant for what it's worth, but they don't have to take so much precedence over your life, right? So I just wanted to just touch on that. Just anytime you're going through a little blip of anxiety, depression, you know, just fear, whatever it is, dip into the little piece of the reserve of gratitude that you have. Remind yourself of what it is that you have in your life to be grateful for, even the bad stuff. Even if you have to think about the bad stuff that you experienced at one point that you no longer are existing in, that you can be grateful for, because it's like, damn, like I'm in a different place now and I can appreciate what I have for it, right? So just a piece of food for thought. But the weekend, let's talk about the weekend. Let's talk about the weekend. I had so much fun this weekend. Um, and the thing about it is, as much fun as I had this weekend, I don't plan on making this an every weekend thing, because I truly believe it's you can't keep going like that. You can't have every weekend it's just we turn up. I feel like let it happen naturally. And that's what happened because since I've moved, I've visited here before, twice before, and both times I had a pretty great time on my visits. And so this time around, as I moved, I've just been chasing that same high, chasing it, couldn't find it. Finally, after 4th of July, after the end of summer, even missed my birthday. And then again, I'm all most of my friends out here, all of my friends out here are African, so I miss Nigeria, or I was here for Nigerian independence. Didn't even have, like it was just cool, calm, collected. This random ass weekend, because it was Columbus Day on Monday, so I guess like that was, that's the holiday. Everybody's outside. We don't call it Columbus Day no more. Fuck that guy. Indigenous Peoples Day. What do we call the guys? I forgot. I literally forgot. Like it's like on the tip of my tongue, but let me not make a fool of myself. Nonetheless, because of the long weekend, people didn't have work on Monday and stuff. We turned it up. Okay, we turned it up, and it was so fun. But leading into our main topic, I want to talk about something that I experienced over the weekend on Sunday that just had me like, yeah, nah, fuck this shit. Like, I'm actually over it. And so, the topic for today, fat phobia in the world, I guess. I don't know. Um, I'm just gonna start from the very beginning and then we'll just get into the gist of it all. And I'm gonna try real hard. Please bear with me. I know I love a tangent. I'm gonna try real hard to stick on topic with the story. So here are the facts. I went out on Sunday with my friends. I got a ride with one of my friends, and I didn't have to drive out to where we are going. That particular area anyway, don't even like it. So I was extra, extra grateful that I didn't have to drive out there. I got a ride. We get to the spot. My homeboy's DJing, so it's like a turn up. Everybody's just having a great time, right? We have a section, or I guess the friends have a section, and now I'm part of the friend group by product or whatever, by proxy, I should say. And so we get there, we have a section, and my friend who I ended up meeting after, he knew I was coming, so he saw me. Oh, come, 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 go stand over there, talking about on the couch where the bad bitches should be, where the bitches period should be. I don't think men need to be on the couch. Why is your big overly grown ass on the couch? Club scene is for the bitches. Niggas come to the club to see the bitches. Niggas come to the club to spend money on the bitches. Why are you now sitting on the couch to go and appeal to the other men? Do y'all want to kiss? Y'all want to kiss and make out? Like what's happening? Focus. So I stand on the couch as I was told, where the little spot was there for me. And, of course, there's a ledge. So I go sit on the ledge, whatever. And I'm having a good time. And I'm having a good time until a big, bald man comes to stand on the edge of the couch in front of me. Right. So now the way the couch is set up, it's a little short, I guess shorter, or like it's not, it doesn't go all the way out like my couch does. It's a little shorter. Right. So I can't lay out the way on that couch the way I would on mine. So if I'm standing on the couch that doesn't have that much foot space, let alone seating space, you think there's enough space for you to come and stand. If I forgot I was holding a mic. If I'm here, you're gonna stand here in front of me? What the fuck are you doing? And why would you do that as a man? And it pissed me off. Because then let's say if I wanted to sit down, I couldn't even sit down comfortably because now your ass is in my face. You're not supposed to be up here. You're forcing it. And I think at the time he stood up at first because the bottle girls were coming through, so there wasn't space for him to stand and not be in the way of the bottle girls. But now that they've moved and space has opened up again, get the fuck down. And I wanted to push him by his bald ass nasty head so bad, but I didn't. I didn't resort to violence. I was just frustrated as fuck. So one of my friends, actually the one, okay, so I caught a ride with, I reached out to my friend, but his friend was driving, right? So now the friend that was driving, he saw me and he saw the frustration and he was like, come on this side, there's space over here. So I was able to kind of maneuver my way around and go to the other side of the couch, where there was space for me, and it was kind of protected by the boys over there so that no other stupid bitch nigga is gonna come and stand in front of me, right? So we were able to pick up where we left off with the vibes and have a good time. Here's the think piece that I have now, and this is what I've been wanting to touch on this actually for some time. Being fat and existing in the world really is crazy, crazy, crazy as fuck to experience. And I feel like those around me won't notice it because it's like it happens so subtly, but unless you're on the receiving end of it, you won't even notice what the hell's happening. You're just thinking normal interactions are happening, right? But I can tell you, I've always been, well, not always, but I've always been thicker. I was looking back at old pictures and Snapchat and everything. I'm like, damn, Zaria, like, it's all right, girl. You and your grown woman body now, but we're coming down. And guys, I've been on a weight loss journey for the longest time. Okay, if I told you what my heaviest was and what I am now, you'd be jaw on the floor. So I've done the work, right? And I feel like with that being said, like seeing the difference from where I was at and what my experience was with people, especially men at that point to where I am now and seeing my experience, man, I could write a dissertation, right? So the point I was going to make just now though is being the friend who is bigger in most of my friend groups, if not all of my friend groups, and seeing how like I'm treated versus those around me, how they're treated. If I like, if for nothing else, it's given me so much more perspective, and I had to like my skin is tough, right? Because truly it's almost dehumanizing, I want to say, like that's the word I'm going to use. It feels very dehumanizing to know that just because I am literally thicker than the girls around me, I almost become invincible to the men around me. And I've noticed that I do benefit from pretty privilege because I like to think I'm pretty attractive for the most part, but especially when I'm going out, I do the makeup, the hair, the fits look good, all of that stuff. And even though I'm fat, I have shape, right? So it gives almost hourglass figure, but just like a bigger hourglass, right? Like, call it what it is, bigger hourglass. So let's say if I was just genuinely just plump, right? Just bow with no shape. Oh God, I could only imagine how much worse the treatment I would be receiving would be than what it is now. But because I have shape to me, like it kind of softens the blow just a little bit, but it doesn't stop. It doesn't negate the fact that yeah, I'm still fat as fuck. So it's like these niggas be out here treating me like shit. So I've noticed that at my heaviest, what would happen is I would go with my friends, and my friends have all of my friends are always beautiful. Like, and it's not to say like, oh, I only keep bad bitches around me, like on some shallow shit, but like I really be keeping bad bitches around me for the most part, right? So it's like all of my friends are really beautiful, but they're also slender and slim, or they're like shapely, but like never fat, thick, if anything, right? It's me who be coming in nice and chunky. And at my heaviest, I was so in denial. I think that's like shout out to body dysmorphia for real. I didn't know I was as big as I was until one day I really snapped out of it. But I was still dressing the same for the most part. I love BBL fashion. I'm sorry. I'm wearing the spandex and I'm wearing like, the cutouts and all that stuff because it's sexy. I like it. And so I was dressing like that at my heaviest weight. And I think because my face is pretty, like people would talk to me, but like obvious, well, and not even, right? Like they wouldn't talk to me, but like here and there, but I wouldn't get like shooed off as like shoe fly shoe. What would happen is they would talk to my friends and they would just like head nod me, right? Because I'm the big bitch, right? I'm the linebacker. So you treat me like the boy of the fucking group, which is weird as shit because I'm still a lady at the end of the day. But when you're big, you're not afforded that courtesy. So at my largest size, like I became invincible at that size. And so I wasn't being approached outside, I wasn't being courted outside, and I was still like talking to guys and like going on dates. And there are slash were guys even now that I still talk to now, they saw me at my heaviest and they were attracted to me and we still have a relationship or friendship or whatever. And so that was the experience then. But as I've come down, when I would go to the same spots that I frequented at my heaviest, when I came down, I think at that point 40 pounds, boy, let me tell you, the treatment was night and fucking day. And it's crazy because it was the same people. And I love this for me, from my investigative research, because it's not to say it was, you know, I'm pulling from Gen Pop. I'm pulling from a very specific group of people who frequent these spots, right? So at when I was at whatever weight, my heaviest weight, those people, those specific men were so like dismissive of me and treated me so invincible. Now that I've come down 40 pounds at the time, Oh my God, they're talking to me, engaging with me, giving me attention. The man was giving me money, spraying me with money, all these things. And I'm just like, I ain't never experienced this. And it wasn't a thing of like, oh my God, like, oh my God, I'm famous. Like, I'm like, because I'm not thirsty for the attention either, right? I know my worth. Even at my heaviest, I knew my worth. Well, to an extent, because I was in a pretty shitty relationship, but I knew my worth to an extent where I don't feel like all attention is good attention. So it didn't move me. But coming down, it really, I don't even, it was like bittersweet a little bit because it's like finally I can get some attention and like feel like part of this. But knowing that like, damn, because I really was like a fat bitch. Like y'all were not fucking with me. Still the same person, funny, personable, intelligent, witty, good communication, good heart, good intentions, da 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 da. Still the same person. I'm just literally 40 pounds lighter. And then now, add another 20 pounds. I came down 60 pounds, right? And my God, like, shit, like, the bitch is getting somewhere type shit, right? Like, niggas are in my face for real. And so now, and then let's add in, I'm in a different city now. The treatment is so different, but I feel like I'm almost starting back at square one because now that I'm living here, the people that I'm meeting here never saw me at my heaviest. They didn't know what that was. So now it's almost as if I'm at my heaviest in a new city because I still intend on losing weight. And it's not even for the appeal of other people. I think that's just a byproduct of losing weight. Like it's a symptom of losing weight is your treatment of others or from others is going to be a more pleasant experience, right? But I'm doing it because I just want to feel good. I want to feel healthier. I want to feel more energetic and all these things, blah, 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 blah. The weight loss and the things that come along with it outside of the health part is just another like added, benefit or whatever. So, all that to say though, now that I'm in a new city, it's almost like starting back at square one and seeing the way that I'm being treated out here. And guys, hey, progress isn't linear. So I have gained a few pounds since I've been here because I went through a crazy, a crazy episode. And unfortunately for me, I have an eating disorder. And so a lot of my eating is tied to my emotions. And so I did gain some weight as I was going through a really crazy episode. And so now I'm trying to like reverse the effects, right? Get back on my healthy shit. And while I'm doing that, seeing how I'm being perceived is so nuts to me. So now the experience that I had on Sunday has was just so like triggering because it's like it really is a thing of unless you're attractive to that person, and I'm talking about men specifically. Let me stick a pin in my point, right? Let's visit another point. I keep saying men, men, men because the women around me never switched up. Whether I was at my heaviest weight or where I'm at now, or even when I was smaller, the women never switched up on me. Always treated me well. Oh my God, girl, you look so good. Your outfit is cute. Your makeup looks really good. Your hair, oh my God, you're so beautiful. Because that's just how women are, right? That's just how we are naturally. These niggas are the one who really be coming out to show they ass. So now all of a sudden you're more attracted to me. Now you'll give me the time of day, or now you're more considerate of me, and you're wanting to be more gentlemanly to me because you think I'm worthy of it as I am appealing to your eye, right? In this city now, this person, this stupid bald bitch who came and put his big bald ass in front of me on the couch, he doesn't know me at any other size than this. He didn't know me when I was heavier, and he don't know me how I would look smaller. So right now, I'm nothing to him. I'm just another fat bitch in the way, which is why I think he felt so emboldened to dismiss me in such a way. You understand what I'm saying? And so, and I say that because I watch the way the women around me get treated, the smaller women around me. They're treated as like dainty, ethereal beings who need to be carried and courted and da 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 da. God forbid you're 30, 40, 50 pounds heavier, 100 pounds heavier than them, whatever, and you can open your own door. You getting pushed out the way. Even down to like when you're walking in the club, you let all, it's a common thing. You let the women walk in front of you and then the men follow in after. Why am I fighting with niggas to get into the club behind the bitches? And me, you will never embarrass me. So I'm gonna step to the side and I'm gonna just look at you fucking crazy. And when I do that, more often than not, they'll look at me and they'll be like, "Oh, my bad," and then let me go. Why would because I'm about to get mad all over again. But like it's the little things, and that's why I say unless you're on the receiving end of it, you wouldn't even notice it. Because I've had my friends, like I'm going out with my homegirls type shit, and they're walking in front of me, or let's say like I'm in the middle, and then like fuck that. Let me tell you another part that pissed me the fuck off. We went to an after hour spot close by my house, right, on Saturday night. I got there before like the people that I know. So I'm waiting for them to come. I'm sitting outside the club. I'm waiting for them. I see my homeboy who was DJing. He comes out. And so he's like, why are you like, what are you doing? Why are you out here? And I'm like, bro, I can't get in. He gets me in and he puts me in a section, but puts me in a section that I didn't know. And he's like, I knew you weren't going to stay there. I was just giving you somewhere to sit until you saw who you need to see. Bet. Thank you so much. When I saw who I needed to see, I'm like, great, thanks, guys. I'm about to come with you. Where are y'all at? And they're literally diagonal from me, right? So I go to that section because I'm about to go and sit with the people that I know. And this stupid, oh, I want to call him everything but a child of God. This stupid bitch nigga comes and so what was happening is they're trying to figure out the logistics of how to get everybody in. One of the girls that I know, she was waiting for somebody to move on this side, so she moves around and comes on this side. So as she goes on this side, I said, let me go behind her because I'm gonna sit next to her. What this stupid bitch nigga did is he got in front of me so that I couldn't go to sit next to her. He sits next to her. He man spreads bad as fuck. So I couldn't sit down. And rather than having me sit on the outside of him, he grabs the homeboy that he knew, didn't know that I know these people, and puts him to sit or tries to get him to sit next to him so that I couldn't sit. Like, do you see what I'm saying? I'm painting this picture and I'm telling you guys all of these things because unless you are of the on the receiving end of it, you just won't know. The homeboy that I was standing next to, he didn't see this happen, so he didn't know what happened. Because I ended up just looking at him like, bro. I said I'm just gonna go back to where I was sitting at because there I had like I was comfortable. I had a spot to sit and I could like spread my feet were hurting, so I wanted to put my feet up. I could put my feet up. I could spread out. I'm gonna just go back over there. I'm gonna see y'all later. He's like, you sure? I'm like, dog. I'm not about to fight with a nigga about where I'm about to sit. Like what the fuck are you doing? That shit burnt me so bad because it's like God fucking forbid a bitch is some pounds heavier than a bitch that you find attractive. You can't treat me like a fucking lady. I'm supposed to be the big ogre that's pushed out of the society and pushed out of the commune because I'm like, you see what I'm saying? Like it's shit like that that really pisses me off. And it's like how I even got to this point as far as like my weight, and I noticed this about myself, shout out therapy and all these things. A lot of my emotional eating, I do it out of rebellion sometimes. So I remember when I was younger and my mom, I was starting diets from young, like sixth, seventh, eighth grade, right? And so like let's say my mom was like just like doing something that really hurt my feelings or really pissed me off. As a way to rebel, I would engorge myself with food and I would just eat. But I also knew I was eating because it was making me feel good emotionally. So that's why I say like I was my a lot of my eating is tied to my emotions, whether I'm happy, sad, or indifferent. But it was also because when I'm going through something and I'm upset, I'm about to fucking eat as a way to stick it to the man. So that being said, I think at some point or another, the way like how I got to my current weight and even my heaviest weight is I was really upset with the circumstances I was dealt with a particular person. And as a way to rebel against this person in the situation, I was just eating myself out of a house and fucking home, right? So now I'm real like I realize that I have the realization of that now. I'm trying to do better and trying to be healthier about it, but you can not that you can see where I'm coming from, but it's like do you see how I get to where I get to when you have an eating disorder, a binge eating disorder, and a unhealthy relationship with food? Because now situations like that, if I was at the place that I was a year and a half ago, I would have came home and ate the whole fridge out on some fuck this. Y'all think I'm big and fat now. Watch how you see what I'm saying? But because I'm not there, I could just be like, y'all are bitch ass bitch niggas. Like at the end of the day, you're a bitch nigga. Your dick is little as shit. You got no money. Your hairline is receding. You're broke as fuck. You're ugly as fuck. You get no bitches. That's why you in here by yourself trying to hang out with young bitches. Stupid bitch nigga. Now I could do that. I take a deep breath and I'm okay. I don't have to come eat myself out of a house and home. But it's just like, so okay, now I could take the pin out of the other point I was gonna make now that I told that story. And it's just like seeing how the women around me, actually I think I forgot the point I was about to make, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Seeing how the women around me get treated in comparison to the treatment that I receive, it is very daunting is the word that I want to use. I don't think it's the right word, but it is the word that I'm going to use for now. At least, yeah, you guys understand. And so it's just like I don't ever want to feel like my worth is tied to my image, but it's hard. It is hard to see anything other than that because it's like, damn, I can't, I can't. And then I'm tall. I'm 5'7", right? And I love a heel, especially now. I love a heel. So now I'm big and tall. I want to feel small and dainty and cutesy too, right? And I feel powerful as fuck. Don't get me wrong. I feel good as fuck. I feel sexy as shit. I just feel like a grown woman in my body currently and the way that I dress and carry myself. I just feel grown and sexy. But that doesn't mean that I don't want to be treated like a lady either. That doesn't mean I don't want to be treated like, oh, let me hold your bags for you. It's my homegirls doing nice, cutesy, soft girl shit for me. The niggas around me, unless you're like you have a relation with me, them niggas or my homeboys, these niggas are like they're suckers. They're not gentlemanly at all. They're not friendly at all. And it is really hard to experience. Don't want to I don't know how else to have other people understand what I'm bringing to the table other than just like causing a fuss. But for them, it's just like, oh, it's just a man being a man. But I'm like, no, bro, you don't understand because you're not gonna be, you're not gonna receive the same treatment that I'm receiving as a skinnier woman. And it's not to say, woe is me. I don't want you to feel bad for me, like, oh, my fat friend is so. I don't want that. It's just a thing of like, I want more people to recognize the way that society ostracizes bigger women or women that they're not even attracted to because I think it also goes past fat phobia. I think it's just in general a thing of, colorism, fat phobia, um, texturism. You could be a light skinned girl with 4C hair and you wear your hair natural. And because that's not a thing that's necessarily celebrated in society, you're going to be looked at as an oddball or you're going to be ostracized. You understand what I'm saying? So it's so many different factions that you can go down and it's the same thing. But in this particular case, for me, as it relates to me, being fat and being, still trying to be confident. Ooh, why am I getting emotional? Because it's not even that. It's just like I feel like I want to know that I can be treated well too, even if you don't aren't attracted to me. I don't want to feel like I have to fit into a box in order to just receive decent treatment. In order to feel like a man is just gonna be nice to me or be kind to me or be chivalrous to me just because I'm shapely, but like acceptably, right? Because again, I still do benefit from the privilege of having shape while being fat, so it's attractive to some people. But let's say I didn't. I think I would still want to be on the receiving end of some good treatment. Like I'm not asking for the world. I'm asking to be treated like a fucking human being and a fucking lady. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, that's the end of that rant. It was so crazy. And I had to cuss a little bit. Like I reached out to my friends and I was like, bro, why the fuck? Da, da, da. I even talked about my Finsta. Like I had to get it off my chest because this is not new, but it's just a continued cycle that I'm just over. And I wish men were more kind in that way, that they weren't so nasty with the way that they treat women around them. I don't like the idea of treating a woman that you're not attracted to like shit because you're not attracted to her. What's that about? That's weird as fuck. And if we're keeping it a bean, most of these niggas are ugly as shit anyway. Most of these niggas are ugly as fuck anyway. The only thing you have going for you is you might got a little bit of money. But more often than not, in our society at least, and where we're at economically, you probably don't. You're probably middle class, lower middle class, making minimum wage and making some shit shake on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you still want to be treated well, right? So it's like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about right now? Like, that should be burning the fuck out of me. All right, guys. So now we're on to our next segment where I read Reddit stories. And I'm reading today from r slash overheard. And I guess this one is just about conversations that other people overhear and they want to bring it to Reddit. So this one is titled Conversation Overheard at a Restaurant. Black Pants Guy. Do you have any deal breakers? Daisy Skirt Girl. So I'm just going to go guy and girl after this, okay? Daisy Skirt Girl, like no questions asked, immediate deal breaker? Not really. I guess profane tattoos, or if you wouldn't fight off an axe murderer if one broke in. Guy, no tattoos, but we could get married with two kids and I still wouldn't fight off an axe murderer. Girl, then that would be a deal breaker for me, yes. Guy, you're joking. Girl, no, that's a pillar of basic human attraction. Guy, that's a myth. That's a you thing. Girl, no. If you wouldn't defend us from an axe murderer, that's a total check please deal breaker. I'm serious. Guy, what do you expect me to do against an axe murderer? Why don't you defend against the axe murderer? Girl, because if there's a guy with me, I shouldn't need to. Guy, that's ass backwards. Girl, what if you were alone and an axe murderer broke in? Guy, honestly, I'd probably just die. I'm not gonna try to do anything. Just get it over with quick and painless. My lamp or whatever won't work against an axe. Girl, I'm sorry. I can't tell if you're joking. If you're being serious, then yeah, that's a deal breaker for me. Guy, I'm cold serious. This one I chose because not that it, again, sometimes the stories are going to relate to our topic, sometimes they're not. This one is like in the middle for me because it just goes to show I don't know what it is. These new batch of N words, they suck. There's no, the testosterone levels are so low with these guys that they're willing to just be mm, nothing. They have no fight in them. They have no protective energy in them. They want to be the bad bitches. That's why they're going to the clubs and standing on the bars and the tables and the couches because they want to appeal to other men. They want other men to protect them. They want the bitches to protect them. I can't tell you how many times I've seen a video on TikTok or Twitter or something where the car is pulled over and it's the girlfriend changing the tire, not the boyfriend. Or I just watched a video today of a beekeeper and she's with her partner. I don't know if her husband or if her business partner or whatever, but it's a guy that she's with. And the girl, the beekeeper, they're both beekeepers, but he's recording. She's the one doing the action. And now it comes time to pick up because the beehive was under a floorboard. So they had to cut it open to get the beehive and take it outside. And I'm watching this little piece of woman. She couldn't be no taller than 5'3". She got into a deep squat, hoisted that floorboard on her back, and walked it outside. And what was his big ass doing? Because he was big, like he was like had to be like over 6 feet, 200 plus pounds, right? This is a little 5'3", no more than 160. That maybe even that's too much. Picking up the floorboard, he's recording, talking about some. Okay, be careful. I'm over it. Like I'm over it, and it's like I was on the phone with my homeboy the other day and he's going to the mechanic shop, but he had to stop at the store to get some stuff and he don't know nothing about no nothing, bro. Everything you're Googling everything. And I'm poking fun at him because it's just it's funny, but in the grand scheme of things about the topic that we're talking about, bro, what the fuck do these new niggas know? My dad, my uncle, my grandfather, even my little cousin, handy as fuck. If I'm like, bro, I need you to help me fix something, I need you to help me build something. I've called my cousin when I was living 45 minutes away from him back home. I called my cousin a couple different times to come help me build something, and he happily obliged because that's a man that works with his hands. My dad, mechanic, but also a handyman, so he can plumbing, construction, all these things. My grandfather in his prime, same thing. My uncle, same thing. My dad's twin. My older cousin, but he's in the middle. No, he's actually older than me and my little cousin. So he's my eldest cousin. He know how to DJ. That's so shitty, but like he know how to DJ. Like he don't get his hands dirty for real. His hands are soft as fuck. He has really nice hands, but they're soft as shit. My friends, for the most part, around me, their hands are all soft as fuck. These niggas don't know nothing. Me, if it really came down to it, I know how to pop the hood, refill whatever I need to refill. I know how to check my oil. And if it really got to the nitty gritty of it all, like let's say the AAA wasn't AAA, I know how to change my tire. I can figure it out. Can't say the same for the niggas around me. So men used to go to war. Like men used to go to war, bro. Men used to go to war. Now they're here playing DJ and kicking their feet up and going to get their nails done, painted with clear nail polish. And please don't mistake me poking fun at the thing that these especially when it comes to the hygiene, as me saying you're less than a man. But duality exists. You can get your nails done, but also get under the car a little bit. Lay the cardboard under the car so that you're not laying on the straight gravel. But also you lay the cardboard on the car in any case that some oil is that the oil doesn't get on your driveway. You understand what I'm saying? Like these niggas don't know nothing about that. They don't know how to pop the hood open. Niggas don't know how to change the tires no more. I asked my homeboy to come help me put my fucking nightstand together. I asked my homeboy hey, do you know how to change a fridge filter? No. Oh God. Okay. So yeah, men used to go to war. Men used to build houses. I still know how to cook. If we wanted, because if we're gonna do the comparison shit, I could cook, I could clean, I know how to nurture, take care of a couple babies. Because if I'm gonna make the joke, I could stand on it too. I could back it up. And while I can do all those things, I also know how to change a tire. I know how to change a light. I know how to change this. I know how to like I could do it. What the fuck do these niggas know how to do? Nothing. Stand on the couch in the club and pop bottles with their homeboys. That's what they know how to do. All right, guys. So that is the end of today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed today's topics and you got a little laugh with me. And I hope to catch you at the next one. Bye.